am just fully having a night with myself right now. I ordered my favorite restaurant ever on Uber Eats because Uber Eats gets me with their deals. It was 40% off today. I've never once ordered Uber Eats without at least a 40% discount. I just wait until I get the emails. Well, I don't wait. I literally never eat out, but every once in a while I'll get a 40 or 50% off discount from Uber Eats and I'll cave. I didn't have any food in the fridge today. And my class got canceled today, which actually I was really sad about, which makes me happy that I was sad that my class got canceled because that's how much I love my classes is I get excited to go to them. And today we were supposed to prepare monologues and I was going to do one from Orange is the New Black and I prepped really, really hard for it and I was really, really proud of my work and so excited to present it. And then class got canceled and I didn't even realize until I got to class and no one was there and I thought, okay, something is up. But I got this rainbow wrap. I can't even tell you what's in it. All I know is it's vegan and it's really freaking good, okay? That's all that matters. This is my favorite spot. I don't even know if we're allowed up here, but there's stairs leading up here, very easy access. So I come up here to eat breakfast every morning and I've been trying to also eat dinner up here because I always eat dinner right around when the sun's setting and so it's so beautiful out here. And I just love being outside as much as I possibly can. It makes my heart so happy. I really do need to try more restaurants here because there are so many vegan restaurants in LA with food that I can actually eat and I just don't because I try to save my money, which is fine. I'm allowed to prioritize my spending of my money however I want to and I like to just save up all my money and then spend it all traveling and then do that again and just cycle through that. But I do need to try more foods because food makes me happy and period. This wrap, period. I actually wrote out a list this morning of things that confuse people about me, and one thing on that list is that I have enough money to travel, but I will not spend more than $10 on any article of clothing. I thrift every single thing that I own because it's just about where your priorities lie. If you want to read the rest of the list, I'll read some of them. I love routine and structure, yet I want to be an actress. I share everything about myself online, but I'm actually very much an introvert in real life. I had a 4.89 GPA in high school, but if you met me, you would never think, wow, she's so intelligent. I feel least alone when I'm alone. That confuses a lot of people, but I mean it. I mean it 100%. I'm happy, but I cry a lot. And honestly, I don't think that I cry more than the average person probably. It's just that I post about it when I cry, so people think that I cry a lot, and I kind of do, but that doesn't mean that I'm not overall happy. It means that I let myself feel what I feel when I feel it, and that's one of the reasons I am so happy is because I feel like happiness to me is about being able to process all your emotions and just move through them, you know? Happiness is really just another emotion, a temporary emotion, but overall, feeling content to me is about having the ability to move through all of my emotions without feeling like they are overtaking me or that they're gonna last forever, because they won't, they never do, and I know that. And the more that you allow yourself to sit in it, the more you realize that, and then the easier it is to let yourself sit into it the next time. Does that make sense? Yeah, you gotta train yourself. It's not easy. We're literally never taught how to process our emotions ever. So of course, it's not second nature to us, even though we were built to experience emotions. That's why we have this human body, yet we all pushed away. Today's Thursday. I only have one class on Friday, so my Thursdays kind of feel like my Fridays. I made it through another week, barely. I didn't get all my homework done this week. I won't lie about that, but I did my best, and I spent a lot of hours doing homework. But I also went to clubs. Like yesterday, I went to a catharsis through sound, healing through music, and I was the only one that showed up, but that was okay. I wish more people were there, but he just did the exercises with me and talked about his experience with music and grief, and we talked through some relationships that I'm currently grieving. Then he had me play around on the piano for a little bit, which I don't know how to play the piano, but that was kind of the whole point, is you just play like a little kid that is just playing because we don't give ourselves enough time in life in general once we become adults to just play and be a kid again. That was really, really fun, and that's something that I definitely want to implement into my life. Play in general, but also specifically playing on the piano or just like playing instruments without feeling like I need to be good, because I'm such a perfectionist, and normally when I play instruments I just beat myself up that I don't know how to play them, and it really frustrates me. So that's a goal of mine. I wish I could tell you that I used my canceled class to catch up on homework or do anything productive, but I made TikToks and I don't regret it. It was a fun time. I've had a good night, okay? I'm just living my life. I'm giving myself a little break because this week has been a lot. I'm tired. I'm tired. The full moon is on the 5th. Today's the 3rd, I believe. And so the moon is glowing tonight. It's glowing. It's so beautiful. I don't know what it is about eating outside, but I feel so much more present. I just feel like it's so much more intentional when I take my food and I bring it up here and I sit and I just breathe. Maybe inside my apartment when I'm at my desk where I also do my homework. It's a lot easier for my mind to just wonder, think about all the things I need to do after I eat. When I come up here, I just feel so present and like all I need to do right now is eat, you know? Normally I don't even bring my phone up here. I just sit with myself and it feels like a little date, even though it's the same exact thing I was doing in my apartment. I just took it outside, but now it feels like I'm on a date with myself and we're having a really fun time. Also, I love to invite God to come have dinner with me as well. We like to chat while I'm up here. We talk a lot. I officially booked an Airbnb for my birthday weekend. My intention with booking the Airbnb was to have something to get excited for my birthday, and that's exactly what is happening. I'm excited for my birthday now. It's by San Diego, like a 20-minute drive from the beach. It's right by a trailhead, so I'll get to literally walk to a hike on the days that I'm there if I want to, and it's really, really beautiful, and it feels like the perfect little combination of everything that I was looking for, so I'm really excited about that, and I'm proud of myself for actually taking initiative to make this year different, you know? I don't know who needs to hear this, but you can do your birthday on your own terms, okay? You don't have to have a party if you don't want to. You don't have to answer all your family's calls if you don't want to. I know you might feel selfish when you're doing it, but if you're answering the calls for them, what's the purpose of that? For them to feel good about them telling you happy birthday, but it's not actually bringing you joy? That's confusing. You're allowed to do your birthday on your own terms, okay? This is me talking to myself, talking to you. Yesterday I emailed my apartment complex telling them about this random substance that showed up in my fridge. Yesterday morning I got an email today saying, oh, we sent someone to check on it today and you're good. But they didn't tell me someone was coming, so someone just came into my apartment without me knowing, and I don't know, it makes me feel very uncomfortable. Like just being in my apartment getting an email saying someone was at your apartment today makes me feel uneasy. It really does. But I always think about how interesting that must be to have a job where you go into people's apartments when they're not there. You can learn so much about a person from their space. So I just wonder what kind of thoughts go through those people's minds when they walk into these empty apartments. They're not empty of things, but empty of people. And I'm sure they just make a bunch of assumptions, whether they are trying to or not. It just must be so interesting what you can gather about someone just from the space, especially when they don't know that you're coming, so they couldn't prepare or clean up. Something that I think is really cool that I've been noticing, observing about the people at my school that come to these clubs, is we'll be talking before we get started with the meeting, and they'll just be really fun, lighthearted, and just silly, and then we'll start the conversation and they'll kind of like flip and they'll just turn into this very serious, very intellectual, very articulate person. I find it very admirable, not that they have two sides. I'm not saying that they're two different people and they're not showing up authentically in either one, but kind of the opposite. They don't feel like they have to be super, super smart and articulate all the time. They can show their playfulness, they can show their silly side when they want to, and then when they want to be smart, they can do that too, and they can apply themselves even though they have a silly side. I don't know, I feel like I'm constantly feeling out my audience, or like the people that I'm interacting with, to see which side of myself, to see which parts of myself that specific person would want to see. I am constantly feeling like, oh, I don't sound smart, or just judging myself in the back of my head. It's been really eye-opening this week specifically, seeing all these people, just being able to show all the different sides of them when they want to. I want to get better at that, of not feeling like I need to prove anything ever, but being able to say what I want to say when I want to say it, and also being able to be silly and fun and let down my guard when I want to. Balance. I'm struggling with balance. But you look at that. Surprise. Just kidding. No one is surprised. Oh my gosh. It's so pretty out right now. I have assignments that I need to do tonight, but I really want to watch a movie right now, which I never want to watch a movie. I just never really feel that impulse. It's not something that I normally am super good at doing. I know you're probably like, how can you be good at watching movies? Well, let me tell you how you can be bad at watching movies when you don't let yourself rest. And so you just beat yourself up the whole movie saying, there's stuff that you need to do, you shouldn't be watching this movie, you don't have time to watch this movie. That's how you can be bad. I'm not good at sitting still for 2 hours straight, so I struggle to watch movies. But that's not the greatest, because I'm an actor. Movies are good to study, and they're actually helpful for me, so I need to get better at watching them. That's something I've been struggling with, that I always struggle with during the school year, even though I know it's not specific to school, but for me it always comes with the school year, that I'm so aware that I could always be doing more, or there's always something that I could be doing. So anytime I'm just having fun, letting down my guard, doing something not quote productive, I feel guilty and I beat myself up, and I can't even enjoy that rest. It's not even actual rest because I'm beating myself up the whole time. And I need to get better about that, because it is something that's going to follow me for the rest of my life. I mean, in any job, in anything that I'm doing in my life, there's always more that I could be doing. Like, that's just a fact of life. There's always something else that you could be doing. But how can I get good at being okay with knowing there's other things that I could be doing, but I'm going to do the thing that I decided to do because this is what I want to do right now, you know? Like, I just really struggle with that. The good news is, even if it comes from societal pressures, it's all in my head. All those thoughts that I'm telling myself, beating myself up are all in my head, so they're in my control. So I can change them. It is possible. It's not going to be easy, or else I probably would have got the hang of it by now, but I don't need easy. I just need possible, right? Thank you, God, for this life. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for my healthy body. Thank you, God, for this food that nourished my body. It was so good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.